Hey, I'm Phil Strader with SIG Sauer, and I'm here to talk to you about the differences between an upgraded 320 and a non-upgraded 320. We'll talk about what you see when you take the gun out of the box, the visual differences, and we'll also go over the internal parts of the gun, what we've done to improve them and make them better. Okay, so you get your upgraded 320 out of the box, and the first thing you're probably going to notice is the difference in the triggers. The upgraded guns have a much smaller and lightweight trigger. It's been reduced in weight by about 35%. It's going to reduce inertia to the rear. Also, underneath, if you lock the slide to the rear or remove the slide, you'll notice a disconnector cut that's in the back bottom of the slide, right about here. Now, your gun, if you send your gun in and have it upgraded, most likely that will not be refinished. Newer guns from the factory will actually be finished and blued and it'll look a little bit different, but the cut still serves the same purpose. Now let's go into the guns and talk a little bit more in detail about the parts and what they do. So when you take your P320 apart, you'll probably notice one other visual difference between the old model and the upgraded model. So what I'll do is I'll take both guns apart here and I'll show the difference, what it looks like, and I'll actually talk about what the disconnector does. So on your left, we've got the upgraded 320, and on the right, the non-upgraded 320. So here you'll notice the mechanical disconnector on the newer model. So this has nothing to do with drop safety. It's simply a matter of a mechanical disconnection of the trigger from the sear when the slide is moved to the rear. So the older style pistol, you'll notice that when the trigger was pulled, the sear would go down, but also the sear would pop back up. So the trigger was actually resetting the sear in place. With the new system, since the disconnector is doing all that work for you, the trigger merely drops the sear, and that's all it does. So again, old style and new style, you'll actually see that the sear simply moves down and releases a striker. The disconnector does the reset for you. So that's the big difference between the actual mechanical disconnector and the one without that. Again, nothing to do with drop safety, but it also gives you a much different feeling trigger, better trigger. So let's show you what we've done here. On the left, you'll see an upgraded lower, and on the right, you'll see a non-upgraded lower. Now, I'm going to pull the trigger on both of these, and as I pull the trigger, you'll see two things happen. You'll see the sears lower or come down, and you'll see the safety levers, which are right here, and of course right here, and you'll actually see the safety levers move up. So that really hasn't changed, but the design of these has changed. On the safety lever and the sear, we've now incorporated a leg, a trigger bar leg, that uses the rearward pressure of the trigger bar to ensure that these components can't just pop up on their own. The older version, like this one right here, you'll notice the safety leg, if I pull up on it, it'll just come straight up. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to pull that safety lever up. Same can be said for the sear. The sear can be pushed down with not a lot of force. The new versions, it's much more difficult to pull this safety lever up and push the sear down without the trigger actually being pulled. So that's two big changes we made that are internal. Now there is another change to the sear that you may notice visually, and that is the second sear surface. So what we've done here is, if you notice this sear right here, that's the striker surface, and then there's a second surface right here. So what that's designed to do is, if all of these fail-safes fail for some reason, and the striker goes forward without the trigger being pulled, if it slips off that striker surface, that second surface is designed to actually catch the striker and keep it from striking the primer on the round. So not only does the trigger bar leg on the sear and the safety lever keep them from coming up inadvertently, if everything goes wrong, that second sear surface will catch the striker and prevent it from firing the gun. So those are the big changes we made with the upgraded safety lever and the upgraded sear. Another component we've added to the upgrade is the lightweight striker. Now this is a part we've been using in the higher end 320s like the X series line, but since the upgrade we've decided to put them in all 320s. So when your 320 comes in from an upgrade or you get a new one, it's going to come with a lightweight striker. So what do you get with the upgrade? In short, you get a lightweight trigger, a lightweight striker, an improved sear, an improved safety lever, and a disconnector that gives you even a better feeling trigger. And what's most important is you haven't lost the key fundamentals of the 320 and what it's about, and that's shootability, modularity, and safety.